Hello, I am Jan Butz from the Genealogies of Knowledge Research Network, and this is the sixth video of an 8-part interactive series on analyzing patterns and concepts in the Oslo Medical Corpus. In this video, we focus on the human tendency to disagree. In previous videos, we mentioned the importance of context for the interpretation of linguistic data. It's crucial that we recognize that the OMC is not a monolithic body of text, but an open-ended conversation. It includes a variety of voices and viewpoints, and in relation to contentious topics, those viewpoints may stand in radical opposition. Consider, for instance, debates about abortion and how they are framed in an extract from the corpus. Anti-abortion activists describe their activities as educational, prayerful witnessing, and pavement counseling. Those that organize around prayer in particular strongly deny that they are protesting. All of the groups argue that they are offering information and a service that women would not receive otherwise. This assumption is based on a belief that abortion clinics in particular, and wider society in general, cover up the reality of abortion. The quotation marks signal reported speech, but they also indicate that the author aims to keep their distance from the terminology employed by so-called anti-abortion activists. The division runs deep, as even the notion of reality requires to be hedged in this manner. It's also questionable whether the activists would self-describe as anti-abortion. In the Anglophone context, the term pro-life is preferred by many who seek to frame their position in an affirmative rather than negative manner. In the abortion debate, language is a battleground, and for this reason, it is important to assess the position of particular authors or publications before any broad conclusions can be drawn from language data encountered in the corpus. Images can be very informative here. As explained in the previous video, the OMC documents visuals along with textual material, and you can get an impression of the visual framing of a particular concordance line by consulting the metadata view. Consider, for instance, the following image of a woman's face. What are the emotions it emanates? Perhaps hope, perhaps relief, perhaps joy? The title of the relevant article clarifies: Argentina votes to legalize abortion in latest victory for global feminism. The first and last line of the article both contain exclamation marks. They read, "Nothing will stop us now, en aborto legal para no morir ya." The adoption of the Spanish slogan, along with the use of the word victory and a joyful image, confirms that the authors of the article identify with the struggle they are reporting on, and their position is therefore unambiguous. The article in question is taken from an outlet called The Conversation, which aims to make academic work more accessible to the general public. There is a tension in its output between the sensationalism of mass media and the more detached tone of academic writing, and this means that similar issues are often approached in a range of different styles. Look at the following image from another of its articles on abortion in Argentina. You see a city square. On each side of the square there is a set of tents and a group of people. The explanation reads, Argentina's pro-abortion demonstrations outside Congress, left, have been far larger than pro-life protests, right. No exclamation marks, no obvious appeal to emotions, and thus perhaps a more balanced representation of the debate. Balance, however, does not equal nuance. Based solely on the images and on the distinction between pro-life and pro-choice often employed in the captions, one might be led to believe that abortion is an either-or issue, whereas a closer consideration of the texts in the corpus will paint a different picture. The concordance lines and the mosaic highlight the importance of adjectives. How does free, safe, and legal abortion differ from abortion per se? What is meant by medical abortion? What do such distinctions tell you about the range of possible positions the debate involves? What other concepts are important to articulate the stakes of the disagreement? The corpus indicates, for instance, that discussions about abortion are entangled in rights discourse. Human rights, women's rights, and reproductive rights are all related, but not equivalent moral frameworks. Rights often appeal to universality, but their high level of abstraction can easily inspire conflicting interpretations. Consider, for instance, the following sentence from the corpus. The community of the yet-to-be-born has the same right to life as the living have. In the context of the abortion debate, such a statement may evoke instant opposition. The sentence is taken, however, from a book on degrowth, a social movement that argues for a sustainable approach to economic development, often taken to imply that one should aim to meet the needs of the present without compromising the needs of future generations. Are both domains of discussion referring to the same right to life? If not, why not? The more you look at rights discourse, the more you will notice that often we don't even need another person to disagree on something. Corpus data in this context can help you identify the many different uses and interactions of abstract concepts. More on this in the next video.